Hello, this is Lyric and welcome to the next episode of Paws and Steel. We continue our story after rescuing Dylan the Bershan from captivity. With the help of Leon and Goro, there's practically no one hanging around near the hallway. I managed to carry Dylan all the way here. I'm almost there. Just hang of a little while. Okay, just hang on a little while longer. Your Highness. As we came to a final turning point at the hallway, two soldiers in the distance had spotted us.
You there, soldier! What are you doing here?
The voices echoed loudly in the hallway. My heart raced, and my body trembled in fear as they started to approach us. Your Highness, leave me, I will be fine. No, I won't leave you again. This time, I'll protect you. Highness. Finally, the soldiers caught up to us.
What are you doing here, soldier? General Goro has summoned all of his troops. Why are you not with him?
They better come up with a good excuse if we're going to get past them. It's the Bershan. He attacked us.
The Bershan?
Yes. We were on our way when suddenly he attacked us from behind. He was too strong for us.
Where is he now?
He was heading towards the throne. You must hurry.
You have a thanks. Come, we shall pursue this culprit.
It's lucky for us they are way too gullible for their own good. The soldiers left in a hurry, leaving us both behind. That was close. Your Highness, that was remarkable. Don't praise me just yet, not until I get you safely in that room. I dragged Dylan up until we reached the two disturbing portraits. As I stood in between the two pictures, I made sure to check my surroundings before we entered. This is it. You ready? Dylan gave a faint nod in response. I took a deep breath and stepped into the wall. A slight breeze blew past us as we entered the dark passageway. As I approached the middle of the room, I felt Dylan's weight had begun to change. He was extremely heavy all of a sudden. I figured the effect of Leon's magic must have worn off. Even Dylan started to look like a bear again. He pushed himself off of me and falls to the floor. Dylan! His breathing was heavy and small beads of sweat began to form on his forehead. Oh, it has that heartbeat sound effect right in my ear again. Oh, that is so weird to hear. What's wrong? Isn't there anything in here that can help him? There's some potion lying around on the table. Maybe one of them can help. Just hold on for a second. I think I should probably save here, because if I don't, there's a possibility that something pretty bad could happen later on. So let's save right here for now. I'm probably going to have to make a choice here. Which potion should I choose? There's 4 in total, each one with a different color. In computer games, it's normally the red one, but after drinking one that's similar in color, it only gave me the ability to disguise myself as another beastman. Ugh. Oh crap, what should I do? It's all or nothing. I grabbed the bottle containing the blue substance and popped open the cork. I tried to support Dylan's head as I fed him the potion. I removed the empty bottle from his mouth and placed his head down on the floor to rest. The beating of his heart slowed, his breathing became more regulated. Did it work? The scars on his body began to show signs of healing. I could see those deep cuts and bruises fading quickly. Ugh. That was a rather horrible experience. Dylan! I flung my body across him, hugging him in relief and tears full of joy. You had me so worried. Wait, Your Highness, let me get up first. You stay where you are. I've got a bone to pick with you. I jabbed him in the arm like a child throwing a tantrum. Ow! That's what you get for acting so selfishly back there. I buried my face on his furry chest as I continued to cry. I am truly sorry. I gave a small nod in return, to say it's okay. I'm just glad you're safe. Without a moment to waste, I felt him placing his big paw on my head. He ruffled my hair a little as I gently pushed my face away from his chest. Please, Your Highness, forgive me for acting so selfishly. There's nothing to forgive in the first place. You only did what was best for me. I wrapped my arms around him again, cuddling him, never wanting to let go. It's pretty obvious that at this point that choosing to go with Dylan earlier potentially caused this to go into the Dylan romantic route. Don't ever leave me again. I shall always be with you. I promise. Oh, isn't that cute? I'm really glad that things have turned out for the better. It's probably a bit late to realize this, but maybe I had more trust in him than I thought I had when we first met. It's strange. I never would have dreamt that one day I'd be sitting here next to a big fluffy bear to get cuddles from him. Just the thought of this now makes my heart run wild. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm just really happy that I have you by my side. Oh, well, I feel the same way too. I can see him getting all flustered as he tries to squeeze out those loving words from his lips. What is it? I was just thinking how great it would be if we could stay like this forever. I know what you're thinking. It was just a thought. Lyric. You're getting better at saying my name. But, you know, I'm starting to get a little scared. Why? We're about to go and take back the throne from my uncle, aren't we? There's just something I don't understand. What is it? How come no one has attempted to take the throne all this time? The answer to your question is... because the king is immortal. Duh! It seems to me that the bond between His Highness and you, Femis, has progressed. We both shot up from the floor, mouths open, and extremely taken by surprise to see Leon appearing in front of us. I turned around to the side as I was unable to face both of them. I can't help myself from feeling slightly embarrassed that he saw us cuddling together. Minister Leon. Femis, what must you be thinking? Have you not realized what you have done? Have you not realized what you've done could bring a huge burden to His Highness? Leon, it's not... Do forgive me, Your Highness, but I'm sure Dylan must have his reasons. Dylan... I have sworn my eternal loyalty to His Highness, for better or for worse. But there is something much more important than just my duty and loyalty, something that cannot be replaced no matter how hard I try. And that is... my feelings for His Highness. I watched as Dylan turns over to look at me. He was wearing a very serious expression on his face. Oh, he admitted it! Oh boy. I am such a sucker for romance. Oh god. These feelings I have are much stronger than any duty and loyalty towards His Highness. Even without my loyalty, even without my responsibility for my duty to protect His Highness, I will always stand beside His Highness as his sword and shield. My feelings will never change. That I have sworn until my dying days. I see. Dylan, I'm sure of it now. This is the guy I want to spend the rest of my life with. There's no doubt about it. Well then, I have not much to say. You have pledged your life to High Highness. I hope you will live up to your feelings for him. That I shall do. Ahem. Now that we have established your feelings for His Highness... about the king... Oh yeah, you said he was immortal? That is correct. He is immortal. There has been several attempts by outsiders to bring down the king, but alas, none prevailed. Okay, but what difference would it make if I'm here? Dylan... Oh, Lyric, do you still have the Wolfric Magistone? Yeah, it's here. I took out the small pouch that I had safely tucked away in my pocket, and tipped out the Magistone into my paw. The crystal was glowing ever so gently, until a certain light emitted from it began to spread throughout my body. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to this. Has Your Highness managed to harness the crystal's energy? Well, no, I don't really know much about Magistones and how to use them. Magic from Magistones are different from ones that are used without. Like when you put that guard to sleep. Precisely. Powers from Magistones can enhance a certain ability depending on the individual beastman. and magic that is essentially practiced does not require using a Magistone. So a Magistone can only enhance an ability. Although that does not apply to your highness. Huh? Why not? You see, those who are born from the royal bloodline are capable of something more than just magic. Like what? First of all, let me try to explain this to your highness. I believe the current king is immortal due to a certain source of energy he is receiving. The cluster within the castle? No, it is something more sinister. You don't suggest that. Yes, I am certain. The king is unable to leave the castle due to the rules bounded by the curse. Wait, what are you guys talking about? I believe the king has managed to make a pact with the dark spores. Wait, but didn't you guys get rid of all those things? That is true, but it is still a possibility that fragments of their spirit remains in this world. This is outrageous, yes, but it is the only way for one that is not of complete royal blood to be capable of such a feat. So, I'm supposed to do something about this dark spore that kind of is possessing my uncle. Yes, your highness. Surely there must be another way, Minister Leon. It's far too dangerous for... We have no other choice, Femis. Only those of royal blood can purify the darkness. But... I took a step forward towards Dylan and grabbed onto both of his paws. Lyric. It's okay, Dylan. I have you by my side, right? So I'm gonna borrow some of that confidence from you now. Like you said, I need to have a little trust. I squeezed on his paw to indicate that I'm ready to face the dangers ahead. By letting go of his paw, I turned over to face Leon again. I'm ready, Leon. What do I have to do? This is no simple task, your highness. A single mistake and death shall await you. I swallowed hard, but at the same time I tried not to waver. You must hold on to the Wolfric Magistone at all times. The moment you come in contact with the king, your desire to remove the curse must be stronger than anything. Your will to protect those who are important to you, the citizens, the hardship you have encountered, and the responsibility as king of Wincott Rothenburg. With these, you will be able to release the power to overcome the king's curse. Lyric. I must. No. I will protect those who are important to me. I don't want anyone else to lose someone who are important to them. I don't want anyone to go through that hardship and the pain that I have. To be betrayed, to lose trust, to gain trust, to love, all these have shaped me into becoming someone better. The things that have made me who I am today, and with these feelings, I shall face the king and remove him from the throne. Well said, your highness. Your highness? That's Lyric to you. General Goro is waiting for us at the entrance to the throne, now that we have removed the soldiers from the castle. It's only a matter of time before the troops return. Let us be on our way. Are you ready, your highness? I gave a stern nod in response to his question and began marching my way out of the room. Your highness! Goro! I'm glad you're safe. What of the troops, General Goro? I have them out on patrol, though they will return any moment now. Good. Let us proceed. We shan't keep the king waiting. Dylan and Goro unsheathed their swords while Leon produces a small grimoire from his inside pocket. Goro begins to push open the big door with great force, and not a moment later we stormed into the room. Geroldus! What is the meaning of this? Well. General Goro, how kind of you to bring me the Caninian. You are hugely mistaken, Geroldus, if you think we will hand over his highness. Useless traitors! How dare you disobey your king! The true heir to the throne has returned. You shall no longer rule this kingdom. And do you honestly think that the four of you is enough to stop me, Minister Leon? I am the ruler of this kingdom. The true ruler of our kingdom belongs to His Highness. Such a pathetic bunch to think that I'll give up my throne that easily. My days of ruling this world is nearing. You useless beastmen shall know your place and bow before your god! We'll never bow down to you. Silence, you disgusting maggot! I can't take this anymore. What kind of uncle is he to insult others like that? Who the hell do you think you are? Even if you are king, you have no right to tell my friends what to do. Well, if it isn't my favorite nephew, the bastard of my dear brother. How I have been looking forward to this day. The day where I shall dispose of you personally. Geroldus snaps his finger. A black mist appears around him, swirling and covering his body. It sent a very eerie sensation down my spine. I can feel something bad's about to happen. 3 creatures manifested from the mist and took form of something I've never seen before. Darkspores? As I have suspected. Geroldus, have you lost your mind? The mist scattered, and there stood the king, with a demonic eye appearing over his forehead. Besides the king, there was another familiar figure that appeared before him. I shall be the true ruler of this world. Warwick? Dylan, my good friend, how good to see you again. No, I... Killed me, did you? Well, yes, but now I have returned. Do not be fooled, Femis, he's no longer alive. That I know. After my orders to take the Caninian's head, I was so delighted to see you in the forest. Who would have thought that I was working for His Majesty? Oh, so he was the assassin. You traitor! I failed to take your head along with the Caninian last time, but this time I shall fulfill my duty to His Majesty. No! Protect His Highness. Goro and Dylan ran straight toward the Darkspores and tried to fend them off. The enemies had split up into 2 groups. The Darkspore approached Goro with its fangs open and ready to devour him, while Dylan was approached by Warwick's blade. As they were preoccupied by their enemies, the 2 remaining creatures approached us quickly. Stand beside me, Your Highness. Leon opens his grimoire and begins to chant something from the page. The fiends lunge themselves from either side with their mouths open, ready to strike. Ah! Just as I thought I was about to be eaten alive, the Darkspores were repelled from us. The impact was so strong, they flew right across the hall. What are you doing? Kill them! Kill them all! I looked around and saw a large mechanical barrier had surrounded us. A large magical barrier had surrounded... Okay. I looked around us and saw a large magical barrier had surrounded us. This barrier cannot hold for long, Your Highness. I shall keep the other Darkspores at bay. While I can only hold him off briefly, you must stop the king. My mind was frozen with fear. My body was trembling. Sweat began to pour from my brow. I started to panic from the thought of getting killed. Lyric! Dylan! I have faith in you. You must do what's right for us. For the kingdom. Your Highness, go forth. We shall protect you. Dylan, Goro. Your Highness, go. I shall do all I can to keep you safe. Leon. I looked at all 3 of them struggling, fighting to give everything they can in order to save this kingdom. I mustered all the courage I had left and prepared myself for the worst-case scenario. The creatures that were sent flying came back to attack us again. Your Highness, the barrier is about to disperse. Prepare yourself. Yes. Leon begins to chant something from his book. Just before the barrier was broken, lightning shot out of Leon's paw, immobilizing the 2 Darkspores. Go, Your Highness! I ran as fast as I could to the throne, giving everything I've got in order to reach the king. My heart was beating so fast that I could almost hear it ringing in my ears. I sped past Goro and Dylan as they fought hard to protect me. No! Stay away from me! What do you think you're doing? I'm almost there. If I can just reach him. I was at arm's length until I realized that something didn't feel right. The evil grin that spread across his demonic face told me to stop. Alright, looks like all I can do is go in for the kill. It's my last chance. The battle was so fierce that I began to lose focus as I approached the evil king. It's now or never. I've got to end this. Such a courageous act for a fool. Lyric! I lunged myself at him with my fist pulled back, ready to strike. Stop! Die! A dagger? Nah. Your prince is no more. No! Out of my way! Oh, shit. It's no use, I'm gonna get... My mind blanked out as I waited for the moment the dagger would impale my body. No! No, no, no! Shit, this is not good. Oh, you bastard! Lyric, I am sorry. Themis! Dylan! I froze up, watching painfully as Dylan lays on the floor covered in his own blood. No, this can't be happening, Dylan. Don't leave me. I love you. You pathetic imbecile! Such is the fate of a useless Bergeon! I could feel my blood boiling as he threw those insulting words at Dylan. I clenched my paw so hard on the Magistone that the pads on them began to cut into crystal. I stood up slowly in order to face Geroldus. My intentions were clear. I'm gonna kill him. Take that back. What? I said take that back, you son of a bitch! You feeble little maggot. I will have your head. I launched myself at Geroldus as he prepares to strike me again with his dagger. I dodged to the side as he swung his blade. The tip of the dagger had managed to graze me on my shoulder. The thought of getting hurt doesn't even concern me anymore. Only anger and revenge were left coursing through my veins. You must end it now, your highness! I looked up to see the hideous face of my uncle as he tries to swing at me again. This is for Dylan! There was nothing. All but emptiness. The image of my strongest desire to save the kingdom was no more. At this precise moment, I wished nothing more than to see my uncle die in pain before turning to dust. No, it's more than that. I'm going to obliterate everything in this room! No, your highness! Stop, your highness! No! No, stop! I'm the king! You murderer! The distorted figure of my possessed uncle began to disintegrate in front of me. I watched as his body slowly crumbled to the floor along with all the beastmen residing in the room. You got strange ending. Oh, okay, so we've reached the very first ending, where apparently I have decided 100% to kill everybody. I went completely genocidal in that run. Oh my god. It looks like that's the end of the first run and the first ending. So thank you everybody so much for joining me today. I'll catch you guys in the next episode where we're going to try another possibility and hopefully we'll see a better ending than this. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Ah!